Hey guys, so Jitendra here. So I'm with Edmon Chung right now. So Edmon, just introduce yourself to my audience.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Edmon Chung from DotAsia. I've been working on domain names for like 15, 16 years now.
So you have an experience of 15 to 16 years in domaining.
That's I can't say I'm domaining, but back then I started what is called internationalized domain names. Now IDNs. I developed one of the first technologies that enabled IDN. And that's how I got into the business. Not so much from the domaining side of things, but I'm hopeful that IDNs would become a big part of domaining soon.
So that's why you hosted this Domainfest, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for DotAsia, we've been hoping to have a Domainfest in Asia for a long time because
I think so. In Asia, there are no activities related to domains.
Right.
I think, yeah.
Right. And all the things that come with domaining. I mean, it's not just buying a domain. It's about search engine optimization. It's about building out the website. It's about building brands. It's actually there's a lot of things that come with the domain name, and Domainfest has been the breeding ground for a lot of that in the States, but we want to bring it to Asia.
So you're also into this SEO, digital marketing. Are you doing anything besides domaining? You also run digital marketing agency?
Not us directly, but for DotAsia ourselves, we are we actually, especially in the last couple of years, we've been doing a lot of data analysis, and search engine optimization is certainly one of the
crucial.
things. It's very important, and also DotAsia is actually helping it. I mean, domain names help search engine optimization, but DotAsia especially because it has a geographic context to it. The ranking is very interesting. You rank the ccTLD, the local TLD first, usually Google, others, and then Asia, and then COM. That's a very consistent thing that we're seeing, which is very, very interesting. The other thing is when people think about Asia, you tend to think that people want to register .com names, right?
.com names, yeah.
Right.
It's a very common extension right now.
Right, but what we've recently found in terms of data, there are only about 48,000 .com names that end with Asia, so something Asia.com.
Asia.com, yeah.
Right, but we have about 300,000 .Asia names registered.
Right
so
now.
when the context is Asia, actually, people prefer using a domain name that matches what they're thinking about. So that's something I think for new GTLDs, not just .Asia. I think even for .world or other things, .photography, .design that we and many of the others, people are looking for domain names that really reflect them. Yeah.
So how many domain names you own right now? How many domains?
I actually
just want to have a brief idea.
I actually don't do domaining much. I have bought and sold a handful, but right now I don't really have a portfolio. I have my own domains, just 10, 15 of them.
So you basically deal in .asia ones, or do you have any .com, .net?
I used to have, as I mentioned, I did a couple of trades previously, but actually since I've been running DotAsia, especially DotAsia being a non-profit organization as a registry, I haven't really done that.
Okay, so you haven't
so
done
I don't have much to offer. You guys are the experts.
No, in domaining right now, for me, domaining is a new business. I'm a professional blogger, by the way, so I'm not into domaining, but I'm learning.
It's all about driving traffic.
Driving traffic.
So you know half of the story already.
Traffic. So just a quick question from one of my readers asked, imagine you're starting as a new domainer now. So what type of domains you would register? Anything as you are new domainer. So you would buy .com, .asia, .net. So what type of domains you would buy?
Well, I think the reality is .com is still important. I would never say that dump all of that. But I think the new GTLDs offer an opportunity to really hone the portfolio, because one of the things that not myself, but I'm learning from the community, is to have a more coherent portfolio. So choose a vertical, choose something that really relates, and include new GTLDs in that in that thinking. .com is a very important part of it.
.com is very
but when you create a portfolio and you create the footprint that you have, have, the new GTLDs help you do exactly what I just mentioned now.
Yeah,
you know,
you
people
mentioned.
over time, they would discover these new TLDs. So two things. One is on the search engine optimization, right? The other's always on secondary market. And when you get to the secondary market, that's when it really gets interesting as well.
It's interesting as well. So, how much time you spend on domainer forums? Do you follow some forums or blogs to get some good knowledge on domaining? So, do you follow any blogs, forums?
I jump around and I do follow the domaining forums. I mean, this is part of the industry that we are in, and that's part of my job, I guess. A lot of the discussions that happen. How much time? I probably spend too much time maybe reading that. Well, I every day I would click through some of it. I probably don't spend more than an hour or so, but every day I would be clicking through some of the news, but also
Any
the
famous
ICANN
blogs,
stuff.
domain blogs like DN Journal, names.
Well, the Journal, the domains, and Michael and many of the others. I think the forums are usually interesting, especially when you get outsiders to the
into this business.
to the comments, because there's a saying these days in Chinese that says something like, if you know where to read the comments.
Read the comments. Yeah. Right. So, how much you invest in domains right now? Do you invest domains or you just buy and sell? So, yeah.
Sorry, because personally, I don't do domaining at this time, but for DotAsia ourselves, we run the registry, so it's really much more about the top level domain DotAsia, but also some of the new top level domains like coming along that we're supporting.
.XXX, .sex, so these kind of domains are also coming up. New TLD extension.
Right. One of the exciting ones that we're working on is .world in IDN.
.world.
World, and it's in IDN in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. What is interesting is that these two characters actually mean world in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, and they're same characters. So that opens up a lot of opportunities. Not just like a lot of times we think about IDNs, it's just for one particular market, but actually this one covers China, Japan, and Korea. So it's very interesting for us.
Okay. So do you think that these new TLD extension have a good the market price value? Suppose I'm selling this domain .asia. So these domains have a high price value. Do buyers pay good price for this?
Well, if you look at the secondary market, they're actually doing reasonably well. I mean, you can't expect them to reach the .com status on day one, right? I mean, it's going to take a few years.
To understand all the domains.
But I think what is going to be very, very interesting is the mid-lower range market. So a few $1,000s to about $1,000 to let's say $5,000 or $6,000. That range is going to be very interesting for new GTLDs because those would be the medium-sized businesses that are looking to get online and they want a name that really reflects what their identity is, and that is where they would want a name that is already in .com and they won't settle for a super long name. And that's when new GTLDs is going to play a big role, I think. So don't think about the new GTLDs as millions of dollars of sales, but I think the medium lower price range secondary market is going to be the kind of the heart of the market for new GTLDs on the secondary market.
So what is the one piece of advice to the new domainers who want to enter into this domaining business? Because as I'm a new domainer, so what is the one piece of advice for me?
Well, I've heard one advice that I thought was really funny and good. Don't drink too much when you're buying. But seriously, I think I guess the one real advice is to think about the vertical that you understand and include new GTLDs in your thinking, because usually you just go about and you go all over the map. A lot of the people that know, this seems like a good name. Okay, I'm trying to get this and that one, and there's no method to the madness. Much more important is have a coherent portfolio so you can present to investors as well as buyers.
Okay, how to negotiate in domaining business? What are the key skills that you need to negotiate with the buyer or seller in domaining?
I guess it's it's not a science. It's much more an art. It's everything talks about negotiating. But I think one of the important thing is to have consistent response with people. The main thing is when people tries to reach you and getting back, and I think ultimately the most successful domainers are going to tell you that the same thing. I guess you build a reputation over time.
Trust and reputation is very important, because you cannot. So what are the best
don't try to rip one person off and then
right. And what are the best payment gateways you guys use in domaining business? Because you have a huge transaction like $50,000, $1 lakh. So what is the best payment gateway you use?
Actually, I personally don't have much of a domain portfolio. I just used a PayPal back then. At this point, I guess there are a number of other options, especially the escrow ones, and I think the escrow ones are something that you really should look into. And I would, sometimes it's better safe than sorry.
Safe and all right. Okay. So what are the future plans for Domainfest? Any future plans you have?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the first time Domainfest Asia is here. We're in Macau, and we're going to try to bring it back to Asia every year.
Asia. So which is the next destination for you for this Domainfest?
We're still trying to figure it out. Hong Kong is a very big possibility.
Hong Kong,
we're going to try to get it to India someday. We're going to try to get it to China.
We would love to have in India. That's why I'm here to just get you guys in India right now.
All right,
that's
all
why I
right.
want to have you.
And we were at DomainX last year, and that's
last year,
exciting.
But I was present in this year DomainX in Bangalore. I was there.
Right. So we want to take Domainfest there, maybe a gathering, and all over Asia, because as I mentioned earlier on, I think the main thing is this looks like a business of a very small circle, but actually it touches a much wider scope, and we want to make sure that small, medium-sized businesses understand the value of domain names.
So any plans for NamesCon right now? Are you associated with NamesCon?
I'm not directly associated with NamesCon, but I'll probably be there.
You will be there in Las Vegas 2016.
I was there last couple of years, so will you be?
I will try to come. That's why I'm here. So
I think it's a great gathering.
Networking. So what is the expected audience for this NamesCon?
Audience.
I think it would be very big.
It brings the world together, a world of domaining together. I think it's very exciting. Richard has been very supportive of Domainfest Asia as well, and we will continue to be working with him closely. And we're hoping to get Domainfest Asia, not just in Macau but all across Asia. Right, and I think that hopefully that builds for NamesCon as well, because as we do these smaller gatherings around Asia, we will be pulling people into the kind of the mothership every year at NamesCon.
Okay. So I hope you are enjoying at Domainfest right now.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
And hope you are enjoying.
Yeah, I'm enjoying. So thanks for this interview. So my audience will love to know your opinions on this. And thank you, Edmon.
Thank you.